Chapter 7, Mishnah 4. The following Mishnah discusses the laws of Ohel in the case of a pregnant woman who gave birth to a stillborn child. If a woman was having a difficult labor and they moved her from one house to another, and in the second house she gave birth to a stillborn child, the first house is Tameh out of doubt, and the second house is certainly Tameh. The first house is Tameh out of doubt because a stillborn child transmits Tuma once it enters the birth canal, and we do not know if the child entered the canal while the mother was in that house. The second house is certainly Tameh because the child was born there. Rabbi Yehuda limits this ruling to a certain case. Rabbi Yehuda says, when is this true? When the woman giving birth was taken from one house to the other by her arms, that is, while being supported by other women under her arms. But if she walked on her own, the first house is tahor, not tameh out of doubt. This is because once the womb is open and the fetus enters the birth canal, it is impossible for the woman to walk on her own. Therefore, if the woman was able to walk on her own from the first house, it must be that the fetus had not yet entered the birth canal when she left that house, and thus the house is tahor. Rabbi Yehuda now states a limitation to this ruling. A stillborn child does not open its mother's womb in a way that prevents her from walking, unless its head is round like a whorl, i.e., as large as a whorl, the round weight at the end of a spindle. If the child's head is this size and it enters the birth canal, the mother can no longer walk by herself. But if the head is smaller than a whorl, the woman can walk even if the child's head entered the birth canal. Therefore, if we see that the child's head is smaller than the size of a whorl, the first house is tameh out of doubt, even if the woman walked by herself.